What is statistics? Someone tell me. Or type it in the chat. Yes. Statistics is the study of collecting the data, analyzing the data, interpreting and presenting the data. Okay. So basically, by applying the statistical techniques, right, we can make informed decisions by identifying patterns, trends, and the relationship within data. There are types of there are two branches are there in statistics. One is the descriptive statistics, the other one is inferential statistics. So what are they? Descriptive statistics, and the other one is the inferential statistics. Okay. The descriptive statistics summarizing the data. Okay, simply summarize the data. Okay, so that is what the descriptive statistics say. First of all, what exactly the study is all about? It is a branch of mathematics. Using which, as part of statistics, right, what we do is we not as part of statistics. Basically, what exactly studying meaning is, can we collect the data, analyze, interpret, and present, and organize and utilize the data. Okay. So also, statistics help us to make some predictions. Okay. So we'll be learning probability theory as part of statistics. And what do you mean by prediction? For example, what is the probability a person is going to buy the same product this month? Okay. The probability values are ranging between 0 to 1. The probability values are ranging between 0 to 1. It cannot be more than 1 or cannot be less than 0. When you make probability, you can make a prediction of the probability theory and so on. Okay, so what do you mean by the probability theory and so on? You can make a prediction. For example, what is the probability that the specific or in a specific party is a specific party can win in the election? What is the probability a specific party can win in the upcoming election? So the probability value can be anywhere between 0 and 1. If the values, if the probability values are closer to 0, that means there is a less likelihood that the specific instance can that means the specific party can win. There is a lesser chances that the specific party can win. If the value of the probability value is closer to 1, the probability likelihood of winning the specific party is very high. So anything falling in between, for example, you might ask me, so okay, 0 and 1, between 0 and 1, we measure the probability. Sorry, probability of between 0 and 1. Any value close to 0, that is the probability of likelihood of happening that specific is this, and the value, the probability is closer to 1, the likelihood of that specific event, right? But if I say the probability value is 0.5, what you can understand? Probability value is 0.5. See, in a day-to-day basis or in our day-to-day life, we don't use probability, right? We use percentage. What is the percentage of chances that a specific person can win? 1 second. Sorry guys, I have some visitor. 1 second, I will. Yeah, so that is what the statistics is all about. Okay, you can see a lot of definition floating around the net, but end of the day, this is what statistics all about. Okay, so we don't have to spend too much of time in explaining or exploring what exactly this one is all about. Okay, the statistics. Okay. Fine. Now, as I told you, there are, yeah, so the probability, using probability theory, we can make a prediction. What is the probability specific event can happen, something like that, you can make a prediction also, right? So that's what I explained you. And what are the importance of statistics? It will help us to make data-driven decisions. What do you mean by data-driven decisions? Instead of making the decisions based on our gut feel, right? We have some formulas or we have some mechanisms using which we can make a decision. Instead of this, if I make a decision based on my gut feel, so there could be chances things can happen, in a favorable way, or that things can happen in a very unfavorable way also, right? There could be some kind of adverse events also can happen if you make gut feel, if you make some gut feel based decisions, right? So you can, so it's all luck. Okay, but it is not purely based on luck, which one the statistics. If you apply the statistics theory also, right? It's not luck, it's based on some the based on some mechanism, right? We are trying to interpret the data. So that one will really make sense. Okay. So and also with statistics, we can identify patterns and threats. Okay, with pattern, right? So for example, you have how many of you heard about five number summary? What is five number summary? How many of you heard about five number summary? So all of you guys might have studied mathematics or sorry, statistics during school time, probability theory, everything, right? But you might not have heard about this five number summary. For example, so you have the five number summaries or something like this. One second. So minimum, maximum, and average, and quartile one, and quartile three. Quartile three. So these are the five numbers summary in general views. You will see what exactly quartile one, quartile three later. But you know this one, minimum, maximum, average. Okay? For example, you want to buy a car. You want to buy an 8-seater car. Okay, so sports utility vehicle you want to buy. But before that, you want to do some kind of research, right? You spoke to your friends, everyone, you go on in the internet, and ad, you have seen it. You spoke to some salesperson, everything you noted down. Okay, different dealers, you spoke to them. And whatever they said, you noted down, right? So what you do is, some guy says the mileage is 12 kilometer per liter. Some say 14 kilometer per liter. What you do is, right, you find out the minimum value of this, right? So what is the minimum? Or, and then you speak to your relatives. They say, hey, it gives me 13 kilometers. And some other guy says, yeah, for me, it gives me 12 kilometers per liter. Right, so different people say different things. How do you generalize this one, right? Kind of, how do you, how do you say, how do you kind of generalize, right? You can use average. You take average of all all these four values, and then you say, hey, on an average, you can expect this is the mileage from this vehicle. Okay. Okay. What is the minimum of of the data collected? What is the minimum kilometer per liter gives? So in the worst case, 12 kilometers. In the best case, 14 kilometers. Okay, some people reduce 14 kilometers, some people reduce 12 kilometers per liter. Maybe people are driving in the long run, sorry, going for a long ride. For example, you are traveling from Bangalore to Chennai or Chennai to Bangalore on the highway, so you will get good amount of mileage, 4 kilometer, right? But you cannot, take you have you ran a survey and you collected some data, and then you cannot, so you cannot say. So if somebody asks me, tell me, man, give me one number, don't give me all the numbers. Some say 12, some say 14, don't say. What is the minimum mileage it can do? 12 kilometers, the maximum. So in that case, we can say the range is between 12 to 14. You can make some kind of decision, right? Whether it is worthwhile to go ahead and buy this vehicle or not. Okay. So minimum, maximum, average, total one, total. These are the five. These are called five number summary. So with this, right, you can identify the pattern also. For example, the average kilometer per liter is. So in this case, it is kilometer per liter. For example, you split the amount. They say the sales. So I made 13K 4 days back, and today just 14K. And this week, first day, we made just 6K. Okay, and let's say Monday 6K, and the remaining today, 13K and 14K. And Thursday, you made something like 10K. And Friday, you mentioned something like 100K. Right? So with this, what kind of patterns and trends you can see that? So there is the Friday, the chances are high that the customer can buy more. They can spend more in my shop. Okay. Or let's say this is on the Saturday, okay, weekend. Okay, Saturday people can spend more, right? That's what the trend you can understand. So you can take week one data. This is your week one data. And the week one data, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And similarly, what you do, you collect week two data. Then what you do is, you take you collect the data, and then you see it. Maybe some slight difference, there's, 8K here, here 12K, and here maybe 10K. Here it is like around 9K, and here you can see the, almost 90K. So you can see that the Saturday weekend, every Saturday or Sunday, you can see an increase in sales. Okay, but at the first outset, we can make out that there is an outlier. So what is an outlier? Outlier is something, unusually very large value or unusually very small value. That is what the outlier is all about. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I'm getting some calls from office. Just give me a second. Tomorrow we'll spend more time, okay?